I know.
Trying to take that in between
Woo!
shows, but
It's okay.
ended up on phone calls about grade girls basketball.
I like it. Okay, we're up. You share this on Geaux Rouge, and then you can do whatever you want to on it. Geaux
Crap.
Rouge.
I need to do that too. I never know. I know we went over this. We've been over this so many times, how to share, but it's
You do it however you want. The algorithm's weird. The algorithm really is weird, and
The
it's very
algorithm?
The algorithm is unpredictable.
There's an L in that word.
What did I say?
Algorithm?
Algorithm.
Algorithm. The algorithm?
Does it make you feel powerful to correct my pronunciation?
Powerful? Well, yes. But also just, correct.
Grammatically sound.
I am a grammar Nazi. It's a thing. And I got to figure out how
Let's
to...
do
Oh,
this.
here we go.
I'm ready. Hey, Facebook Live. Are the mics hot?
They
You
must-
guys remember Chelsea? Chelsea's going to be co-hosting today. We've got a great episode. Shout out to Laura Sue. I told Laura Sue, take the wheel, give me 4 guests, and she gave me 5. So we've got a great lineup today. We've got the new chef from Soji. We've got the folks from the StoreFront Project. We've got DaKenya Douglas from her consulting business, DaKenya Douglas Consulting. And last but not least, Caty Steward.
Caty Steward.
Good people. We love Caty. Caty's doing a new company, formerly with Theater Baton Rouge. We love Caty. So we're going to have her in the Rhea
Piper Ray. I think it's Piper Ray.
Boutique. Is it Rhea?
Piper Ray Boutique. It's named...
Ray sounds better than Rhea.
It's named after her grandmother and
Okay.
after her dog.
Okay.
And I'm Caty. I hope I'm doing this right. Piper's the dog. Ray is either
We'll ask her.
her grandmother's middle name, something like that.
We got 10 minutes with her.
We do.
We'll ask her.
Well, now we know we got that part out of the way, so she can talk more about the actual business.
So I want you to know, Chelsea's the only person I let co-host this thing.
It's true.
It's true.
We got 10 minutes with her.
We do.
We'll ask her.
Let me turn the volume down.
I was gonna say we got a delay here.
I know.
Is that just in case you say or I say?
I do.
Mostly you.
I am going to give you some poop.
That delay is Facebook.
So I'm going to give you some poop, though.
Some poop.
Normally your hat game
Okay.
is...
Here's the thing.
Okay.
There's a whole thing. No, I cleaned out my car.
Your
the
hair
other
looks
day.
fantastic, by the way.
Thank
I'm not.
you.
There's no complaints about Chelsea. I'm just saying. Normally, you're.
I know. So, well, shout out to Chelsea. Her name is Chelsea. That's not why I go to her, but she's great. Chelsea with Alchemy Studios.
Okay.
Over at Solo Salon. She's been keeping my quarantine hair. Okay.
On fleek.
On fleek. No, so I cleaned out my car, which anybody who knows me, if you're watching this and you know me, that's a huge feat. There's nothing in my car right now except when I have my purse and my water bottle. So right now my car is empty, which is huge. So I had been keeping a hat or 2 in my car. So as I'm coming out the door today, I'm like, oh, I got my hats in the car. I'll pick one, get in the car. And then I forgot that.
You forgot your hat.
And then I forgot my hat. And I realized it halfway here. I was like, oh, no. And I knew it was going to be a thing. But now that we're wearing these, like it would have been, do I put the hat on top?
So old school before COVID, when we had guests on, you didn't need to wear the headphones, right?
Correct.
So now it's a game. It's our new normal is the headphones. Although Brian, if you ever watch Brian do his show, he's always wearing his headphones, right? So
It's nice to hear yourself, though.
Yeah.
It's nice. I love to listen to myself.
I'm egotistical. Brian will tell you I love me some me. So I'll tell you I love me some me. And sliders. Although, Brian, I will tell you before we go live, I think I can eat that entire pizza.
What, the Fat Boy
The big
pizza?
one?
I think I can eat that entire pizza.
No.
Did you learn nothing from Friday?
I learned slowly.
I mean,
Dude, I'm throwing the gauntlet down. I think I can eat the entire pizza.
You need to
Rouge
train.
versus food.
You've got to
Rouge
train,
versus food.
though.
All right.
You need to train, expand your stomach. It's a whole thing. I learned so much about eating contests because I was Googling things.
I should have chipmunked.
You
That was
should
my
have
mistake.
chipmunked. That was the thing.
I think I can
I don't play that, man. You got to get it.
I would have had to swallow at
You
some
got to
point.
get
You
it
would
down.
have.
Exactly.
I think it's either a 3 or 4 minute. Like once the timer hits, you can chipmunk. It can be in there, but then you have like 3 or 4 minutes after it to swallow it, or it doesn't count.
All right. We'll talk about this.
I don't know.
All right. Y'all ready to roll?
I am.
I'm ready to roll like I'm ready to eat one of those big ass pizzas.
I think next time I'm gonna put like a bow or something. Like we'll do decoration on these.
Okay.
All right. Stand by.
All right. Welcome to episode number 43 of the Geaux Rouge Show. I'm sitting here with special guest host Chelsea Gidden.
Hello.
And Brian Haldane on Master Controls. Brian, how are you doing today?
Could not be better. Game week, baby. Game week.
Last time I saw Brian, there was some sliders.
Ooh. That hurt to watch.
We're gonna save this. We're gonna come back to this. Me and 17.5 sliders. Those were some good sliders. Special shout out to Small Sliders for supporting hurricane relief efforts in Lake Charles. Geaux Rouge is going to be matching the funds that were raised. I think we raised about $750, so all total we'll be making about $1,500. I'm just looking for the next stupid food event.
Of course you are.
And I got to tell you, I think I can eat an entire pizza.
But not just any pizza.
Not just any pizza. What's the new place? That new pizza place?
Fat Boy Pizza.
I'm a fat boy. I can eat an entire pizza.
I was about to say that's so appropriate for you, but I didn't know if we were there.
No, we're there. We're there.
Okay, we're there. That's so appropriate.
I've got
you.
an inner fat kid and an outer fat kid. It's all good. So before we jump into our show lineup today, we want to thank our sponsors. We have Smith Shanklin Sosa Personal Injury Law Firm, your go-to personal injury law firm. These guys are the real deal. Definitely want to call them if you have personal injury needs. Breck Parks, Sullivan's Steakhouse, your neighborhood steak restaurant. The Borkhardt Law Firm, the premier criminal defense firm. The premier criminal defense firm on the planet. Sorry. Louisiana Tech Park. And then last but not least, La Divina Italian Cafe, open every day with your custom-made from-scratch breakfast. I had breakfast there this morning, in fact. I also like their hot teas, and you definitely need to check them out. So
they also have great gelato. That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yes.
so good.
So you'll notice, guys, that Chelsea's in the studio today. We haven't seen Chelsea in a while. Chelsea and I had COVID. Well, I don't know if you had COVID. I had COVID. So we had COVID at different times. And so that kind of derailed the whole Chelsea Franz.
It did.
Roller coaster ride.
It did.
So I invited her to come in. We're going to let her co-host whenever she wants. Since we can start, we're phase 3 now.
Every week.
Brian, we're phase 3 now, right? So she can come in. Okay. Yeah. I don't play by these rules. Yeah, I do. I'm absolutely a real player. So our show today, we've got Thien Nguyen, the new chef at Soji Modern Asian. We've got Aimee and Addie, from the StoreFront Project. And then in our second half, we've got DaKenya Douglas from DaKenya Douglas Consulting.
You're having trouble this morning.
I really am. And then our friend Caty Steward, she's been on the show before.
In a different capacity.
Yeah, that's right.
Junior League.
She's starting a new company, and so we think it's Piper Ray Boutique. I definitely want to talk to her. I think she has a good business idea, and again, as a plus side dude, I mean, not that I'll be able to buy clothes there, but
she might expand.
It hits close, dude. My inner fat kid has issues. My outer fat kid has issues. So without further ado, Soji has a new chef, Thien Nguyen. I hear they're going to be changing up the menu a little bit, so I'm very excited to have him on. Let's go on, Chef. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
All right, man. We are excited. You're taking the reins at Soji. Talk to us a little bit about the transition. Talk to us a little bit about your vision of what you're planning to do. We're all excited, man.
Yeah, so I took over around July whenever Ryan and Andre left. And my vision for Soji is to bring a little bit of my background in. So I grew up in a traditional Vietnamese family. So I grew up eating a lot of Vietnamese food back home with my grandma and my mom. And I just kind of want to introduce those things that I grew up on to the menu. And we've featured some as specials recently through the past couple of weeks, and it's been very, very receptive. So I'm excited.
Can you give us a teaser of some of the things we can expect to see? Is that okay? Is that allowed?
Yeah, of course. So we're going to be actually adding a salad portion to the menu that I don't think Soji's ever done before. So we're going to be featuring a mango shrimp salad. So it's going to have grilled Gulf shrimp, some mango, cucumber, Napa cabbage, fresh mint, Vietnamese coriander, and a sambal citrus vinaigrette. We're also going to be doing a Chinese chicken salad with grilled lemongrass chicken, with a sesame peanut dressing, shredded cabbage, shredded carrots, and slivered almonds. And this is the one I'm looking forward to the most. It's a Thai steak noodle salad. So we're going to be doing a marinated grilled steak with some lo mein noodles, mango, Napa cabbage, arugula, some cherry tomatoes, avocado, and mint.
Dude.
That sounds good.
Okay. So my next question, Chef, is when are we going to see this? When is this going to be kicking off?
You can expect these menu changes to happen at the beginning of next month. So we're shooting for around October 1st, so next Thursday.
So I'm having lunch. Coincidentally enough, I'm having lunch at Soji today. What, Chef? I'm gonna let you take the wheel here. What do I need to eat for lunch today?
All right. So when you go to lunch, we have a great raw bar program.
Oh yeah.
And one of my favorite rolls is the Slammin' Salmon roll, which is going to be featured on our new menu.
I'm writing this down. Slammin' Salmon roll.
That's so you.
That's okay. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Salmon.
So talk to me a little bit. So there's a lot of people who love Soji. I'm one of them. Chelsea, have you eaten at Soji before?
I have.
Okay. So talk to me a little bit about you coming in as chef. Are we going to see, I mean, obviously the new menu items, right? Are we going to see some other changes, or is it going to be the same Soji we've come to love and look forward to having food at?
Yeah. I mean, I came into Soji pretty well established with what they're doing there,
right.
And they're successful for a reason, you know. And I'm not going to touch any of the staples that Soji has become known for, like their drunk noodles and their General Chicken and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm embracing my role right now.
Okay.
And I'm just offering what I can to the table, but also keep the same things that Soji was doing before, you know?
So let me ask you a question about COVID-19. And Chef, this is more of a theoretical question than this is more of a, so obviously one of the things that everybody is doing now is more takeout, more delivery, right? And philosophically, that affects the food experience, right? So certain things travel better than others. Has that been something you've been thinking about when you're coming up with some of these menu items?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the food that we serve at Soji is encouraged to be served family style, so we always encourage sharing. And with the whole COVID thing, it's been a little bit harder to get this mindset across because of the whole contamination and people don't want to get next to each other and this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's been on the back of my mind, but at the same time, we're coming up with very approachable, delicious dishes, and people are going to want to share them.
Yeah. Dude, I always get the cauliflower.
Oh,
dude.
Killer.
And then we were talking before we went on the air. Chelsea, have you had their wings?
I have not had the wings.
So as you guys may or may not know, I'm a connoisseur of chicken wings.
Oh, boy.
I've thrown a little event called, the Wingamania event. In fact, Soji participated in the event. Shout out to Chase Lyons and the crew that participated. You guys have some things that, like, when I tell people you got to try the wings, you got to try the cauliflower, people just look at me like, really? That's what you're going to get?
Like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, really. That is what you need to get.
I get the cauliflower every time, and I'm usually the General Chicken.
Right.
But now I'm going to have the wings.
So I also, there's a ramen dish with steak. So I'm on a keto diet. So I try to minimize my carbs.
When you're not eating sliders.
When I'm not eating 17 and a half sliders from Small Sliders.
Shout out to Smalls.
I tried, Chef, I had a situation where my mouth was writing checks my body couldn't cash, and I made a bet with Brian Haldane on the radio that I could eat 20 sliders, and I ate 17 and a half before I was sick. So,
but you're on the keto diet.
But I'm on keto, right? I'm in ketosis. Actually, I fasted this weekend, Smarty, and so I am back in keto. Keto. So wings, cauliflower. Okay, so the raw bar is also something I want to spend a little bit of time talking about, Chef. That raw bar is legit. Like, if you look at the menu, you've got plenty of great dishes, right? But if you want a sushi experience, you can get that from Soji. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. So anything else we need to talk about, Chef, before we let you get back to your busy job?
Yeah. So not only are we going to be featuring these new salads on our lunch menu as well as the dinner menu, but we're going to be introducing some small plates as well to the already fire lineup that we have.
Awesome.
So I'm just going to give you some ideas of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing some Vietnamese egg roll lettuce wraps, salt and pepper calamari, Asian sticky ribs, which were amazing when we featured them a couple weeks ago.
I love ribs.
And we're going to be adding a shrimp tempura bao bun as well.
So I just want you to know, if you need a guinea pig, I will be your lab rat. I'm just telling you.
Absolutely.
Chef Thien, tell Chase Franz is willing to take one for the team. Chelsea, you can come too.
I'll be more of the salad girl.
Yeah, she's more the salad. What?
I'm lying. I want the ribs.
All right. So last thing, if people want to connect with you guys at Soji, Chef Thien, where would they go?
You can either find us on Facebook at Soji Modern Asian or also on Instagram at Eat Soji.
And dude, your Instagram,
lit.
So good. Keep
It's fire.
welcome to one of our favorite restaurants in town, Chef. Thank you for coming on, Chef Thien Nguyen. Thank you, and have a great day.
You too. Thanks for having me.
See ya.
Brian, have you eaten? Have y'all eaten? Have you eaten at Soji yet?
No, I have
Dude,
not.
what is wrong with you?
I just never really have the chance to go out.
I know. You've got a family. You've got the kids and all that. So I would highly recommend Soji. So coming into the studio, we haven't had live guests in a while. You can take the mask off if you want to, if you don't want to. Chelsea and I are both antibody. Well, I'm chock full of antibodies. I can't speak for
I'm
you.
also chock full.
Yeah, I'm
Chock full of
kryptonite. So that microphone is going to be shared by Aimee, Supp, and then Addie. I want to pronounce your last name right. Laughery?
Yay!
Ah.
I was going to say Laughery.
So we've got Aimee and Addie in, and we are going to be talking about the StoreFront Project. Are you familiar with?
I am. So I did the Front Porch Project, which I
Okay.
think was sort of the precursor to the StoreFront Project. And the Front Porch Project, when local photographers came around to people's houses to sort of capture their family life outside their house during quarantine. So why don't you guys tell us a little bit about what's different about the StoreFront Project and what you guys have been able to do?
So the StoreFront Project is a lot like the Front Porch Project. It's a lot like the Front Porch Project in that same premise. We go around and, it's a free service that we offer people for storefronts. But we ask them, just like we did with the Front Porch Project, hey, pay it forward to another local business.
Awesome.
But same idea. We just want to love on them and let them know, hey, we're supporting you however we can.
So how do you guys find photographers? Who's doing this?
That's a question for you.
That's why she's here.
So I started the Front Porch Project with Jen Oken, and then it just was really organic. A lot of people just saw what we were doing and wanted to jump in and help. And now that things are getting back to normal, some of the photographers are busy, so they're getting back to their normal business. And so we have amazing photographers like Addie that's taking on the lion's share of the project now, with close to 98 businesses that she's photographed. Right now, we are at 350 businesses that we photographed since we started the StoreFront Project as we were closing the Front Porch Project.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about what the purpose of this is. So we know that, or I've seen on Facebook, Instagram, people are they're taking pictures in front of stores. Like I know Gabby is a friend of mine from Brouhaha, and
Yeah.
I've seen her beautiful picture out in front of Brouhaha. But tell us about why are you doing this, and what happens once you've taken someone's picture?
So one of the things that we noticed when we were doing the Front Porch Project is that a couple of things. A lot of our community don't know all of the beautiful, amazing business owners when they blow past them. They don't know that they even exist. They don't know that they might see this beautiful brand, this incredible building, and think, oh, maybe that's somebody maybe it's a franchise or it's owned by somebody that lives in Texas. So we wanted to put the face to the name of the businesses that people drive by all the time. We have incredible businesses that are maybe not on the front street or on the main street, but are just around the corner that they miss all the time. And so we really wanted to put a face to the name of the business. We wanted to highlight businesses that may not have gotten noticed anyway. And we also, talking to the photographers, we wanted to give these local businesses some tools to start promoting themselves when we started to open back up. Some of these businesses that we're meeting with they don't have any social media presence. They don't have a brand. Red Truck Pressure Washing is one of my favorite stories. I love this dude so much. And his name's Brian. Seriously, the sweetest guy on the planet. He doesn't have pictures. He doesn't have a social media. He doesn't have a logo. So we went out there. We took his big red truck and took some pictures with him on top of it. We made a logo for him. And now he has ways to promote his business now that things are starting to open back up. So the idea with the photographers, like Addie will go in and take quick branding pictures of them in the front of their business, but then also social media pictures that tell a story about what the business does, so then they can post on social media. And then what we do is then we promote their business to all of our followers on Instagram, Facebook, and on our Front Porch Project page and our StoreFront Project page.
So you're really taking something that's sort of a community effort, but then you're setting up these businesses with sort of like a little starter pack for social or for any of the, advertising that they may not have already.
That's right.
So you're really taking these businesses and helping them grow, especially during a time of quarantine. But now, once we are on this road back, it's something that they're still going to use. So it's not just a one-time situation. That's awesome.
So my question is what is on the horizon? So we're still in COVID, right? Y'all came in wearing masks. We're all still.
I love the sequin.
We're in
mask, by the way.
phase 3. I'm not really still sure what that means.
2.75.
Yeah. So what is on the horizon for StoreFront Project?
Well, we're not exactly sure yet. I mean, wonderful. This entire thing is a volunteer project. So Laura Sue Nguyen is doing all of our social media. PartnersOne is the company that I work for that has generously allowed me to take my time rather than working to go out there and do this as a reach out effort to our business owners. Addie is spending a lion's share of her time in addition to being a yoga teacher and a mommy and everything else that she does. So we'll continue to do it as long as we have the interest and we have the ability to do that.
Awesome.
We're looking for anybody who's interested in partnering with us. We're now that perhaps the Chamber of Commerce is opening back up, or maybe somebody with the small business, the SBA, looking to partner to see how we can expand this to other areas. We've launched this in Mississippi Gulf Coast as well as in New Orleans too. So we're reaching out to some of the main streets across our state to see if this is a way that they would be interested in finding some interest in this to help support their local businesses.
That's
and getting
so
started
great.
back up.
So let me ask this. Let's say hypothetically I'm not the chamber and I'm not Ellis, I'm not the small business community, but I am a business owner that cares. How might I help?
Well, first, just sign up for the StoreFront Project.
Yes. Right.
So,
Okay.
And we do that by going to the StoreFront Project BR on our Facebook page. You send us a direct message, and we'll send you a link right back on how
Awesome.
to sign up. If you're a StoreFront project a StoreFront business, you don't actually have to be a StoreFront business.
If you're a small business.
If you're a small business.
I mean, my law firm doesn't technically have it does have an office. I don't know if it would be a storefront,
But you should do it. But,
I totally should do it.
You're working with a professional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of things that don't include a
Right.
building, a storefront. Yeah.
Have you met me? I'm all about shameless self-promotion.
You
so
are your storefront.
I-
Shame
so, I
on you for
mean,
not signing up.
Yeah, I have no excuse. So, but
'Cause we
but
did
that
your family.
But that they did do. So Shannon Fisher and I were right outside in front. God bless you. You were like on the grass and doing the photos, and so I appreciate everything you guys are doing. I definitely want people to sign up and to support this project, this initiative. Again, where should they go to sign up?
Oh, they should go to the Facebook page, the StoreFront Project BR.
Have you signed?
I'm not a storefront. We could do Geaux Rouge.
Geaux Rouge. I mean, technically, Geaux Rouge has. I mean,
This is our
Guarantee Broadcasting Talk 107.3 Studios. Technically, my storefront. I mean, here we go. Brian's about to
You
jump
should
in.
just sign up.
Yeah, it
Let
works.
us worry about the
Let us worry about it.
technicalities.
Yeah, just run with it.
We're
Just roll
doing
with it.
We're doing it.
Well, ladies, thank you guys so much for coming in. Anything you guys want to close with?
I would just ask that you guys follow the StoreFront Project, follow the Front Porch Project BR as well. Also follow Addie's photos. If you guys go to either one of the project pages, you'll see a post that was made of all the photographers that have lent their time and their effort through the last 6 months in supporting not only the local businesses in our community, but also uplifting the spirits of all of our people in our community. And because of their efforts, I think we made a massive difference, not only monetarily, but also in the spirits of everyone. So follow those people and also consider doing business with them. They're incredible photographers, amazing rock stars, and they're well deserving of your business.
So, Chelsea mentioned Brouhaha.
I did.
I am trying, and I am fortunate because financially I have a business that really wasn't terribly impacted or affected. I'm a criminal defense attorney. People didn't stop doing crime, unfortunately. So I try to help businesses whatever way I can. It may mean, in Brouhaha's case, bringing my son and letting him eat some cake balls and I drink some coffee. With other businesses, I try to be creative. This is a great way to help out. thank you, ladies, for coming in, and we certainly will be having you guys back on. And again, we will be promoting the StoreFront Project. Again, go to their Facebook page, the StoreFront Project, sign up, and it's a great way to help out local businesses. It's a great way to help your business out. It's a great way to give back during COVID-19. So, ladies, thank you, and have a great day.
Thanks for your time, guys.
All right.
And
So,
support local, y'all.
so we have about a minute left, Ryan. I want to go back to this whole rouge versus food conversation. It's a thing now.
Okay.
It's a thing now. My debauchery knows no limits, knows no boundaries. Franz Borchardt, all about boundary issues. I think I can take on this pizza. I think I can take. How big is the pizza?
Oh, I don't know.
It's big.
It's ridiculously big.
I haven't seen it myself, but I've seen it in like a truck bed. One of my friends, shout out Sean. And it's like, I mean, it's not the whole truck bed, but
That's a lot of bread. That's a lot of bread.
It's thin, I think. So sort of like the New York style where you can like fold it over and you're actually eating two pieces, but it's one.
So if you're listening on Facebook Live, if you're listening on the radio, Talk 107.3, give me some feedback. Can Franz eat the Fat Boys pizza?
The entire pizza.
That's a lot of bread, man.
It's so much.
The bread was what got me on the slider competition. It was so good, though. Those sliders.
You need to read up. You need to do some training, do a little research, because there are like some tips and tricks of the trade.
So we're going to take our first break. We're going to come back to this topic. We're going to take our first break. You're listening to the Geaux Rouge Show. Franz Borchardt, Chelsea Gidden, and Brian Haldane. All right, Facebook, don't go anywhere. And if you're listening at Facebook, whose alarm is that? Is that yours?
It's yours.
Oh, yeah.
Fancy pants.
I started a 22-minute.
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
What if it went off and we weren't done?
It would have been awkward. So if you're listening in Facebook world, here I'm going to start this conundrum. I'm going to start this issue.
Are we talking about pizza again?
We're talking about pizza. I'm going to post on Facebook. What's the name of the restaurant one more time?
Fat Boys.
Fat Boys Pizza.
Can Franz eat an entire fat?
You got to tag them though.
I'm going to try to. I don't know if I hesitate to say this out loud. I don't know if I'm following them or not.
Ooh.
Well, I try not to follow people until I actually pay. Fat Boys Pizza, right?
That's the one.
Is it? I think that's it.
It has to be.
Can Franz eat an entire Fat Boys Pizza in one sitting?
And how long will it take?
Parentheses for charity. Charity. How long would it take?
So get some bids in there on time.
And, comma, can Franz eat an entire pizza? How long would it take? And then there's another question there.
What, do you care? Do you want to watch it?
No.
No, don't ask
No. Hashtag rouge versus food.
Let it go.
It's going live.
Oh, Lord.
This is my constant petulant need for self-gratification and attention-seeking behavior. One click at a time.
Why is it never like, well, I would say ice cream, but like that's a brain freeze waiting to happen.
So I would do a gelato competition.
Ooh.
Hashtag La Divina.
Can I sit here and just eat gelato at a regular pace?
So the
while you do
problem
this?
with gelato is what is the foundation of gelato? It's
dairy,
and your body can only process so much.
Is gelato one of the ones that doesn't have?
I think it
has to have.
Well,
sorbet doesn't have.
No.
dairy?
No, that's more icy. But the problem is the human body can only endure so much milk before it rebels.
Well,
there's in fact a milk challenge. There's a milk gallon challenge. Yeah. Anyways, my point is.
Gotcha. Okay, point taken. I don't need any more of that.
Okay. So, anyways, our second half. Don't go anywhere, guys. Oh wait. Katie says she thinks it's 30 inches. Oh my God, Katie. 30 inches.
Oh, I didn't know what we were talking about for a second.
The pizza.
Woo!
God, 30 inches. That'd be monstrous. Pizza. The pizza's 30. Well, that's not actually 30 inches. Is not that big of a pizza. It's like 2 feet.
So I went over there
2.5 feet.
the night before they officially opened, and I could tell you that I don't know if it's the same pizza for their challenge as it is that they just serve. The slice of pizza that I had was the length of my forearm.
Wow.
And then break it out to about a 30-degree angle from there to get your triangle from that. But yes, from the meat of the palm all the way to the tip of the elbow.
And
I
that's
got
yours.
this.
That
You got a
was-
long
Hey,
forearm.
hey, hey!
What?
Look at me! Look at me! I got this.
You said that last time.
And there's
You didn't. Now, to be fair, you didn't think I could eat 6.
That's not even close to true. I don't know why you can't get this right. Chuck said you couldn't eat
You didn't
6.
think I'd make 10.
I said you'll probably get 10 to 12.
I was
And
on 12.
as I said, you outdid what I thought you were going to be capable of doing.
So on Brian's show tomorrow, I know I'm going to get it because I told
bad.
Brian. I told Brian.
Dude, we raised $1,500 in an
well,
hour to help
yeah,
out
but I
Hurricane
told
Laura
Brian,
relief.
But I told Brian I would be insufferable if I ate 20. And so I'm pretty insufferable having eaten 17 and a half.
You're
Anyways,
insufferable having eaten 0.
I know. I'm it's personality issues. It's like a therapist's wet dream. Oh, I just said that. Oh, Facebook Live. Sorry. Not radio. We would never say that on the radio.
Thank
Facebook.
the Lord.
All right. Sorry.
Let's do the show. Can we do the show now?
Like, nothing has changed, by the way. This isn't new, Chelsea. This
I
is
know.
how it was before.
I know. I don't know why I thought quarantine would tame you in some sort of
didn't.
way.
It did. It made me worse.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Whenever you're ready, Brian.
Yep.
Oh, wait. I'm getting posts. Hold on. Robbie Hobbs from Jerry Lane says, I had confidence in you until the slider challenge. Oh, Robbie, that's not nice.
I've got shout outs from my friend Jesse Crafassi. Hey, Jesse, also known as Kua. There's a whole story there, but
Is Jesse Crafassi local?
yeah,
Of the Crafassis? What does
Yeah.
Jesse's father do?
the grocery store.
Okay.
At least I think.
There's a Crafassi.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
There's a Crafassi that does photography. That I own one of his photos, and it's in a frame in my living room. It's of the bridge at night. So
I don't think it's that Crafassi.
yeah,
But there's only so many Crafassis.
Same family, same grocery family. Yeah, there's a
Okay.
Judge Crafassi. There's, anyways, we're gonna do the show now. We'll do the show now.
Great. Also, shout out to Sean Borders.
Yeah.
Sean.
Second shout out to Sean. Huh?
My second shout out to Sean?
I think you gave Sean.
Oh,
pick
different
a-
Sean. Pizza Sean is Sean Wilkinson. He's also Cat Sean. Sean Borders is Running Sean and also is a counselor for Baton High.
You got a lot of Sean's in your life there.
I do. I feel like there's another one I can't remember. Sorry, extra Sean.
You just called him extra Sean.
Oh.
Wow.
If your name is Sean and I didn't talk to you yet, I'm so sorry.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Stand by. No worries.
All right, welcome back to the Geaux Rouge show. Second half, episode number, what episode is this? This feels like episode 43. 43. Almost to 50. Almost to 50. In the studio, we have special guest host Chelsea Giddon, as well as Master Control Brian Haldane. This half of the Geaux Rouge show, we've got two great guests. We've got DaKenya Douglas from DaKenya Douglas Consulting, and then we have our friend, Caty Steward, who is opening up Piper Ray Boutique. But before we jump into our guests, we're not going to talk about sliders anymore. We're not going to talk about sliders anymore.
Are we going to talk about pizza anymore?
We're not going to.
Maybe.
All right. So speaking of sponsors, the sponsors for the Geaux Rouge show are the Smith Shanklin Sosa personal injury law firm. These guys are brilliant. I love them to death. If you've got a personal injury case, you definitely need to get them, not someone else. You definitely don't need an attorney that stands on a truck. 18-wheeler. Smith Shanklin Sosa Law Firm. We got Breck Parks. We got the Sullivan Steakhouse, your neighborhood steak restaurant. Louisiana Tech Park. La Divina Italian Cafe, serving select wines, cold beer, plus their exclusive sorbet mimosa.
Ooh.
And last but not least, almost as good as a sorbet mimosa, the Borchardt Law Firm, a criminal defense law firm. You saw what I did there.
Almost as good.
Almost as, we're not quite as good. I mean, I'm pretty darn good as a criminal defense attorney, if I can be humble.
Which is a no.
So I can't talk about it right now. I'll talk about it with Brian. I'm about to be on a Netflix documentary.
What?
I want to talk about it so bad, but I can't talk about it right now. We'll talk about it later. Netflix documentary.
That's cool.
About criminal defense stuff. So anyways, this show, the Geaux Rouge show, typically we try to get a diverse group of men and women who are doing great stuff in Baton Rouge. Today's episode was a Laura Sue from Laura Sue Events. said, "Hey, I'm taking over your show."
And we said, sure.
Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever you want, Laura. So shout out to Laura. Great lineup so far. In our first half, we had the StoreFront Project, and we had the new chef from Soji, Modern Asian. This half, we have DaKenya Douglas. Let's start off with her. DaKenya, how are you?
Doing great. How are you guys this morning?
So I'm doing great. Now listen, I'm going to start this. I'm going to blow your ego up a little bit. I'm going to put the air spigot in there and just blow it up a little bit. So a lot of people I respect, a lot of people that I care about have said to me, it is inexcusable that I haven't had you on the show yet. So we are going to talk to you about your consulting business and how you help small businesses. So welcome.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. And, I'm in the room by myself, so my head can get as big as it needs to.
It's all right. It doesn't stop. I mean, I'm in a room with other people, and it still gets pretty big. But
it's crowded. It's really crowded.
So talk a little bit about what you do.
So, professionally, I spent a lot of time in higher education.
Okay.
And I started out in financial aid, helping students, afford school. And then it shifted into corporate compliance and landed in operations. So in that space is where I sort of developed this passion for helping individual contributors with their professional development planning, and then really focusing in on the organization's goals. If you're leading a department or you're leading a division, it's very different from being an individual contributor. And so it really, I love the problem solving. I love the putting, goals together and processes and building out procedures. So it just became a passion. And it also became something that people really came to me for. And so, when starting, the consulting, or even thinking about starting the consulting business, really thought about, 3 key questions. One, what am I good at? Then I asked others what they thought I was good at. What do people come to me for?
Right.
2, who will be my target audience? Then I met with some of them in a focus group just to make sure my vision was clear and what I was offering was going to be valuable and needed. And then where will I find that target audience? And so I looked within my network, but I also looked at how I network and sort of raising that visibility. So that was sort of the foundation of starting the consulting business. It's really a passion for helping, individual contributors come up with great professional development strategies. And then the small business piece was from that operations focus and that lens of, really being able to dig into, very, unclear and murky situations and come out with some great strategies to help these niche business owners really reach their goals.
So if someone like me, I'm not a business owner, but someone who's kind of an up and coming, wants to sort of get into more of a managerial role, when does someone come to you? Do I come to you now and we talk about career goals, or what's the process?
Absolutely. It's a long game, and definitely getting into management and leadership, it takes strategy. And it takes being prepared, number one, to be in leadership. Not everyone is, not everyone understands what leadership is. People have a very sometimes fixed focus on, managing people, but it's so much more than that. And so definitely now would be the time to sort of get in, work with a coach, create some goals, and then reverse engineer your way into those goals. It could be as simple as, identifying the role that you would like in leadership, and then taking a look at what the skills that are required for that role and where are the gaps. So let's create a plan to help you fill those gaps.
What do you think the biggest obstacle is for small businesses connecting with folks like you and hiring folks like you? Because it seems to me that this is a no-brainer. I want a coach. I need mentors. I need people I can bounce ideas off of, because believe it or not, I am not the smartest human being on the planet. Maybe just in this room, but not on the planet, not on this call. So what is the obstacle? What is the thing that holds people back?
I think there are a lot of bad actors out there. I think there are people that, open up coaching because it's the end thing to do without really having the expertise behind it, the results behind it. I spend a lot of time, with my clients throughout the process gaining feedback, asking for feedback, and then testimonials, when we're done working together, because there's so much gold in that feedback. And so I really believe that's a roadblock for people. They, it's not like going out and buying a carton of milk where you're getting an actual tangible product. It's a service that, you might not see the results right away.
Right.
You might not have big wins. So it's something that people really have to have the right mindset, in order to take advantage of.
Well, and the other layer of this is entrepreneurs are generally OCD. They're little control freaks because it's their lemonade stand. And people are also, by nature of their personality, sometimes will pay money to get good advice and then ignore it. So the fact that you're doing data-driven consulting, I think would help a lot of people rely on it a lot more. Chelsea's that individual that is going to be, and I say this, I see you owning a business one day. I see you being a small business owner one day. And DaKenya, you may agree or disagree. There are some people in this world that are just designed to do that kind of stuff. I mean, it is something that can be taught. You obviously consult and help people do that. You help people strategize. But do you ever just come across people that are just like, hey, this person would be really good at this?
Most definitely. I think we all have gifts and skills and talents. Sometimes we have to kind of uncover those. But one of the things that I really wanted to focus on with my consulting business was not this sort of idea that I sit down, I talk with you, we talk through a problem, and then I create a report for you, and then I just leave it. I really love to be a part of the execution by providing support. Not doing the work for them because they don't own it then, but definitely creating checkpoints where we're holding each other accountable. And that really helps with that piece where people will pay for the advice, but then never use it, or maybe don't even really know how to use it in their day-to-day. And so I think that execution and support piece really helps me to, have a unique perspective from other, bigger consulting companies.
So everything that you're talking about sounds incredible. So say somebody wants to start with you. Do they reach out to you directly? Do you have a social media page? How do we start? How do we get to you?
Well, my mom blessed me with a very unique name, so I use it. It's DaKenya Douglas Consulting across all platforms.
I love it.
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and, of course, DaKenyaDouglasConsulting.com. There's a button that's pretty prominent everywhere that says book me. I offer free 15-minute discovery calls, so there's an opportunity there to connect and to see how we can work together.
So everyone should call you no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Her.
So I'm gonna issue you a challenge, ma'am.
Ooh.
So Laura Sue is who connected us with DaKenya. So I am in this phase of my life where I am letting folks that I trust give me advice. And I would like to see what a DaKenya Douglas Consulting episode of the Geaux Rouge show looks like.
Ooh.
So you and I are going to connect. I'm going to let you line up which guests. You can pick a theme. You can pick the guests. If you want to help either myself or Chelsea co-host it, you can, or you can just, like Laura, just sit back and set things in motion. But I would be excited to see what that looks like. And it can be anything. DaKenya, can be any theme you want. I'll get in touch with you and Laura about this. But thank you so much for coming on to the show today. Final 30 seconds, anything you want to say?
Well, we have a great webinar coming up on the 30th. It was rescheduled due to the threat of Sally. It's Manager 101. So, Chelsea, it speaks a lot to preparing new managers or newer managers. And I'm also participating later on in October in Women's Week. The Women's Council offers this every year. This year, of course, it's virtual. So I'll have a workshop there, and I'll be posting about it in social media. So thank you all for your time. I really appreciate it, and I'm excited about this challenge. Challenge accepted.
Stay tuned. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Yes, so
Thank you
everyone
too.
call her. Call DaKenya.
So I think I really like this idea. Look, I try to find episodes, topics, guests, and Brian will tell you, Brian does a show every single day. It gets to the point where you're only so creative, right?
I mean, maybe for you.
Maybe for me, I'm only so creative, and it's like I can't just like pull originality out of the air, out of the ether. I mean, I do it often, But I'm just flesh and blood, guys. And so I like finding people, nowadays at least, I like finding people and saying, you know what, I bet you they could line up 3 or 4 guests.
And build out an episode.
That's right.
Sure.
That's right. And that's how Laura did it. So, all right. So, final guest. We saved one of our favorites for last.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't want to say best, but one of our favorites. Caty Steward. Katie, how are you doing, dear?
I am great. How are you guys?
Good.
So,
Just miss you.
So last time I saw Katie was at City Roots. Saw City Roots. She was having some coffee. She was going through some stuff, and next thing I know, I blink, and now it's Piper Ray Boutique.
It's Ray, correct, Katie?
It is Ray.
It's not Rhea.
No.
Nope.
Ray. Okay, so
Ray.
talk to us about what happened. How did this come about?
A little bit of quarantine boredom, a little bit of frustration, and a need. So I'm for people who can't see me, who don't know me. I am a plus size woman. I love clothes. I love shopping. I pride myself on trying to be put together. I honestly say I have 2 modes. I either look like a bum or I'm ready to roll.
$1 million. $1 million. Let's call it what it is. We know her.
No, she's fashionable.
And look, there ain't nothing wrong with bumming.
No,
and I would live. There's nothing more comfortable than yoga pants and a t-shirt. So
except if you're Franz
always
wearing
take that
yoga
option.
pants.
But so it just kind of Piper Ray came about during quarantine. It was my quarantine baby of doing a lot of online shopping and trying to support local businesses, and then realizing, very honestly, I could count on less than one hand, the number of local businesses I could support that carried plus size clothes. I've always, shopped in chains, and that's always been an option. I've found other online boutiques that I really enjoy. But I know, especially, we were all very big during quarantine of how can we support our local businesses. I'm a Baton Rouge girl, born and raised. I love this city. I wanted to make sure that, everybody was making it through quarantine the best they could. And I was, buying jewelry and shoes when I really wanted to be buying cute dresses.
So kind
of as a joke, I said, I'm going to start my own boutique.
So I've never really shopped in a boutique before, for obvious reasons, unless I'm buying a gift for someone else.
Sure.
What is the deal with? I'm gonna show some vulnerability.
Boutique.
Yeah, I'm gonna show some vulnerability. What is a boutique's purpose?
It's really just it's not a chain. It's kind of a one of a kind. You
Right.
get a more personalized experience. Sweet Baton Rouge is a boutique. Sosis is a boutique. Anything that's really local, like the owner is probably in the store all of the time.
And usually it's really curated. So the owners
Yes.
are picking pieces that they know that the people who come to their boutique will enjoy.
And it's almost always stuff you're not going to find. You're not going to go to one boutique and then go to the next one and find the exact same stuff.
So if I want to get more information about this boutique, walk me through that process.
It's all online, right, Katie?
Right.
So, yes. So it's all online. Maybe one day, big dreams, a little brick and mortar store, but especially right now, online shopping is what everybody wants. It's what everybody's doing. So it's right now we're Facebook and Instagram at Shop Piper Ray, and then by the end of this week, shoppiperray.com will be live and loaded.
Congrats. So also tell us a little bit, I know you don't really have a catalog per se, but I've seen some images of the pieces that you're getting. So tell us a little bit about that.
So the first couple of orders that I did, we are very new. For anybody who doesn't know, I launched on August 14th. So just a little over a month. And I have definitely been taking things slow, wanting to make sure that I definitely didn't want to order, 40 pieces and have been completely off base about it and not getting people what they want. So we've done a little bit, exactly like the last guest was saying. I did a focus group and I talked to women that I know who have the same struggles. What is it you want? What do you look for when you're buying clothes? So right now it's a lot of dresses, some transition pieces into fall. I have a lot of ladies who are looking for items that they could wear to work. in a more casual COVID environment, people are kind of starting to take those steps back. So they're not necessarily back into full business attire, but we can do a dressy casual.
And you're talking to real women, and your photographs are of real women. They're not models. Yep. They're not. I mean, they're your friends, right?
These are my friends. Yep.
That's awesome. So organic.
I do a lot of, and I tell all of my clients and people that have shopped with me, if you see something that you enjoy in a magazine, send me a picture. Let me know. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to get that exact piece because, as we know, some designers just don't design for plus size women. But I can look. I have a docket of about 30 different wholesalers right now that are all offering up different styles and themes and collections that I can pull from. And I say, hey, this is pretty similar. What do you think? And it's a yes or a no, and then we order it and we go from there. Especially right now when we're so new, I want to give ladies what they want. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it.
I almost was about to make a comment about Franz Borchardt wanting to give ladies what they want to, but I just thought that was entirely inappropriate. Sorry.
Back to Caty.
I mean, honestly,
sorry.
I was waiting for it, so it's fine.
You set it up.
So, Caty,
I did.
What is it like to be an entrepreneur, especially right now, and you've never started your own business before? I can only imagine. And are you seeing this growing and it being your baby, and this is what you're going to do?
It is definitely my baby right now. It's definitely exciting. I am super grateful to have such a supportive tribe of people behind me helping out. I mean, my baby sister is my business partner. I will tell anybody who listens, she is so much smarter than me. I'm the very passionate one, and I will just take an idea and run with it. And
Girl,
she
you're
has
smart,
the ability
though.
to say, look at this from this angle. So as soon as she was like, this is a great idea, you should do it, and I was excited. Like you said, my models are my friends. I send my roommates and my friends pictures, and I say, what do you think about these pieces? Do you want this one or this one? And that's a lot of how I pick stuff. I mean, if it were up to me, it would be a lot of pink and polka dots, and I know that not everybody loves pink and polka dots. So
I mean, I like pink and polka dots.
I'll do a pink and polka dot.
I'll do pink and polka dots as a dude. So
then great.
So
luckily, I just ordered a pink polka dot dress. That's super cute.
Check it out
so
on Instagram.
I want to go here. So I have yo-yoed on my weight for the last year and a half to 2 years. I will lose a whole bunch of weight. I will get to a skinny phase, and I'll buy awesome clothes. I can actually go into stores and buy clothes, and it's awesome. And then that inner fat kid of me will emerge, and I'll do 17 and a half sliders, and my diet will get derailed.
And quarantine has been, a lot of people have loosened up their routines from the gym, from their,
So to me, the ability to find clothes, plus size clothes, but I call it big and tall in the boy world.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, to find those clothes, to not pay my kidneys in exchange for these clothes.
Exactly.
So that to me is why I like this business idea. I'll tell you, I go on. I'm addicted to social media, and they have these little trunk apps, right? And I have said for years, I will get in. I'm okay. You got me. I'm hooked, and I'll start filling out the application, and it gets to put your size in, and it's like, oh, you don't go up that big.
Yep.
And I've been saying for years, Caty. I've been saying for years, Chelsea. Plus sizes, big and tall, you'd make a killing on it.
There's a market.
There's a market.
Well, the majority of women in America are over a size 12. Not just America, in the world.
Right.
And it has been a fight. And just within the last maybe 5 years, more mainstream designers are realizing that women who are 12 or 14, 16, 24, 26, whatever, want your clothes. They will spend the money to buy your clothes.
So
even that, though, you're still struggling to get above a size 14. And it's baby steps, and it's great. But there's still a long way to go in the fashion industry of realizing that all bodies everybody deserves to be able to get something that is cute and stylish and makes them feel good. And
that's awesome.
That's really what my biggest mission is that it's body positivity. Like,
I
don't care what your shape is, what you look like. I want you to feel beautiful in something, and I want to do what I can to find those clothes that make you feel beautiful.
So-
I know on my worst day, I can put on a cute dress and my mood will instantly lift.
Thank you so much, Katie. This has been great.
So, Katie, we gotta roll Piper Ray Boutique. What's that website going to be again?
ShopPiperRay.com.
Thank you so much, dear. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
So that's about it for this episode. You've been listening to Franz, Chelsea, occasionally Brian. Stay tuned. We're going to be back next week with another episode of the Geaux Rouge Show, www.GeauxRouge.com. All right. Thank you, Facebook.
Woo! I got to hear the music. I'd never get to hear the music, so I was like jamming.
You mean the Jamiroquai?
I don't think it was Jamar. Was it Jamar?
The first intro is Jamiroquai.
And then there was Ed Sheeran.
Well, that's Brian. He's an Ed Sheeran
I love Ed
fan.
Sheeran.
Brian listens to his entire
I was
catalog.
sad that you didn't have a show yesterday because then I would have said to use the song.
Did y'all say goodbye to Facebook yet?
Yeah. Hey, later,
Oh.
Facebook.